MCTV is on the air. Standing by live in our Mifflin County television studios, here's your MCTV anchor team.
It was a Thursday, March 12th, 2020, when MCTV signed off at the end of another typical day of school.
Trent, we didn't know it at the time, but that would end up being our final day of school, and we had no idea, as our face masks demonstrate just how different things would become.
Lydia, what we thought was going to be a 3-day weekend ended up being 179 days off.
It's hard to believe it's been that long since we've been here, but the good news is we're back, and it's awesome to be here where we belong, with our friends, our teachers, and our entire Husky family.
There's no doubt it's going to be different. There may be some rough spots, but together we will figure things out.
And just because it's different, class of 2021, that doesn't mean it can't be an awesome senior year.
So with that in mind, good morning, Huskies. Today is Tuesday, September 8th, and since our teachers worked NAC Day last Friday, it's already day 2 of the 6-day cycle.
See what I mean? Please join us and rise for the national anthem and pledge to the flag.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, o'er the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you're sitting in homeroom right now, you're off to a good start. For the first 3 days, we'll begin the day in homeroom and will remain here until called with the PA system to move to first period. A regular schedule of beginning the day in first period will start this Friday, September 11th. Speaking of Friday, unless you've been living in a cave this summer, you know about remote Fridays. This Friday, however, is not a remote Friday since we only have 4 days this week. In fact, our first remote Friday will not occur until September 25th.
Attention underclassmen. Juniors and sophomores, get ready to smile. Picture Day here at MCHS is coming a week from today on Tuesday, September 15th. You will be getting information on Picture Day this week. Be sure to bring your order forms and a smile with you to school on the 15th. Speaking of pictures, my fellow seniors, if you missed your scheduled senior photo day last month, Senior Photo Makeup Day will take place on Monday, October 5th. Stay tuned for more information.
We mentioned in the opening today that some things will be different. One example is our class meetings. Instead of meeting individually with each grade level in the auditorium, Mr. Crossan and assistant principals Mr. DeArmond and Mrs. Rubel will be meeting with seniors, juniors, and sophomores all at the same time this Thursday. The meeting will take place in homeroom over MCTV immediately following the morning announcements. Speaking of announcements, another change is that the afternoon announcements will begin at 3:05 this year and not 3:08. At the end of the 3:05, students who walk to school and students who drive to school will be dismissed at 3:07. Students who ride a bus will be dismissed at the bell at 3:10.
Hey, if you're taking the traditional first day of school pictures today, listen up. Yearbook Club is sponsoring a first day of school photo contest. Submit a first day of school photo from this year for one entry into the contest. Plus, if you also submit a photo of your first day of school, yep, we're talking kindergarten, you will be entered into the contest twice. All submissions will be entered into the random drawing for one of 3 Sheets gift cards. Photo submissions are due by 11:59 p.m. this Sunday, September 13th. The random drawing for the winners will take place next Monday, September 14th.
Speaking of yearbooks, students, if you did not pick up your 2020 yearbook over the summer, you can do so in room A322, Mrs. Ryden's room, between 8 and 8:10 or after school. In addition, if you would like to help with this year's yearbook, Yearbook Club will be having their first meeting tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. If you're interested in attending the meeting, please see Ms. Clancy in room B214. Students will need a pass from Ms. Clancy to be able to go to the 7 a.m. meeting. Attention students, this reminder from the main office that the students' ID and lanyards that are being distributed this morning must be worn at all times, no exceptions.
Attention everyone. Due to the COVID virus, there is a change in how we are handling visits to the nurse's office this year. First of all, the regular health suite is now just for students with acute illness complaints. These would include things like nausea, severe sore throat, possible fever, persistent coughing, ear discomfort, vomiting and diarrhea, plus all serious injuries and emergencies will also be referred to the health suite. New this year in room A110 is Husky Quick Care. When available, Husky Quick Care is for things like headaches, minor bumps, cuts and bruises, stomach aches, insect bites, daily medications, minor colds, sore throats, allergies, and basic first aid. The health suite will be open daily from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Husky Quick Care in room A110 is open from 8:30 to 2:30. MCTV will let you know daily if Husky Quick Care is available or not. Today, Husky Quick Care is open. Nurses Graybill and Moise look forward to helping us all stay healthy and safe and remind all students and staff to wash your hands often. This is the first day of classes, but our Husky sports teams have been practicing for the past few weeks. Here's Maddie with sports.
Looking at MC Sports, MCTV has made a lot of changes over the summer. The biggest change is that all live events, like the morning show you're watching right now, and most home varsity sports events are being streamed live on YouTube. So in addition to our live MCTV cable television audience, you can now check out our home varsity sports events by going to our MCTV YouTube channel. There's a link posted at the top of the school district homepage. Our first event of the fall sports season involves Coach Bub and our MC golf team where they travel to Carlisle on Thursday. And our first live stream sports events will be Coach Kyle and our girls tennis team home match with Altoona 1 week from today. That's a quick look at sports. Lydia, what's for lunch?
In the Husky line, maxi sticks with spaghetti sauce, tossed salad, veggie dippers, and milk. And in the griller, cheeseburger or grilled chicken sandwich. We have 2 final announcements.
Please pay close attention as this is from the guidance office and involves your schedules. Everyone should have a schedule at this time. If you see a hole in your schedule, for instance, you do not have a lunch or you have nowhere to go during a period, please report to the guidance office as soon as you can so we can fix that. If you want to make a change in your schedule, drop a class, add a class, etc., please pick up a schedule change request form located inside the guidance office. That form will need to be filled out, signed by a parent or guardian, and returned to the guidance office. We will then get that corrected, if we can, as soon as possible. The last day to turn in a schedule change request form is Monday, September 14th. Keep in mind, we only change lunches if scheduling class changes it. The guidance office also wants to announce that they will have a new addition. Mrs. Crone retired at the end of last year, and Miss Gilbert has taken her place. If you have a last name that begins with the letter A through G, you will work with Miss Gilbert.
And for our final announcement, it's our pleasure to have our principal, Mr. Crossan, join us live in the studio this morning.
Thanks, Lydia. Good morning, Huskies. I realize that many changes have occurred over the summer. We have written and rewritten and reopening plans. The bottom line is this, though, is that by following the reopening plan as it is written, masks, being very careful what we do in the hall, not walking in groups, social distancing, what we want to be able to do is to keep you here and to make this school year as normal as possible. I realize that wearing a mask and sitting at a desk for lunch is anything but normal, but these are things that we have to do to be able to keep you here absolutely as long as we possibly can, and hopefully there will be no interruption at all with our 4 in-school days and our virtual Fridays. Having said that, I'm asking you for your help. 1, please make sure you wear your mask correctly at all times. 2, make sure that you are wearing your ID card at all times. That helps us to know that we have students in the building and who those students are. Number 3, you will notice arrows on the floor in all of the halls. Simple procedure. The lockers should always be to your right shoulder. And we ask that you not walk in groups, but that you walk single file and follow those arrows wherever you go. The teachers in homeroom will also go over with you. We have what we call unidirectional stairs up and down. You'll be able to see those as the arrows in the stairwells. We understand that it's going to take some time to get used to all of these things. But with your help, we can make this the very best that we can. At lunch, we are going to be seated at desks 6 feet apart, single file rows. I have asked Mr. Hurto to play things on the large screen from television during lunch so that we can have some entertainment there. We have lunch set up in the main cafeteria and in the auxiliary gym. Different this year is that you will have to be seated first and then be dismissed to get in line to get your lunch. And then finally, as Trent shared with you earlier, at dismissal, we will be dismissing at 3:07, walkers, student drivers. At 3:10 will be the normal dismissal of first-run bus students. We're going to ask second, third, and fourth-run bus students to stay in their 7th period for the next few days until we see how many students we are actually having. And finally, let me just say this. As we said 179 days ago, we had no idea that this was going to take this long. Nor did we anticipate that we would have an opening like we're having now. But having been out in the halls this morning, I am so happy. People are complying and doing everything that we ask. So again, I ask you, please do everything that we ask you to do so we can keep you here and keep you with us without interruption for our 4 days and virtual Fridays. Again, please listen to all the things that are going over in homeroom this morning and make sure that you wear that ID badge and your mask at all times. And now back to you, Lydia. I believe you have one final announcement. Is that correct?
Thanks, Mr. Crossan. That's all for our first edition of the MCTV Morning Show. For Trent, Mr. Crossan, and our entire MCTV crew, I'm Lydia.
Have a husky day.